So today we will see how to query DynamoDB table. I'm using CLI or command line interface, or you can use either Java or other languages to query DynamoDB. We are going through some queries like using scan or query or projection, getItem, batch getItem, filter expression. So these are basic things we are going to do with DynamoDB. There are a lot of advanced techniques to use it, but once you get familiar with these simple techniques, then using advanced techniques will be much easier. So we will start with scan. Scan is a very expensive operation. And it should not be used as far as possible. It is equivalent to select all from books is a SQL command, and in DynamoDB CLI we use AWS DynamoDB scan and provide a table name, and we will see how it works. Okay, so this is our table as from last video, and when we use scanning, the cursor starts from first record, goes and collect everything, then goes to second record, then collect everything. And when we use projection, that is getting some specific attributes, or getting filter expression, that is getting some specific rows, still scan has to do all these things. So as far as possible, do not use it. Then other main operation is query, and you should use query as far as possible. In case of query, we provide partition key. The cursor goes to specific partition key directly by using a primary index, and then collect all the rows which specifies that particular partition key, and then collect all that rows or items, and after that it use either filter or projection to give you a specific set of data. Then this is a query using GSI, that is global secondary index. In this case we are using partition key of title, and when we run query using GSI, then the cursor goes directly to these items by using this index partition key and collect only those rows or those items, and hence the query operation is much faster and less expensive than a scan operation. And this is the case where I am using JSI, and in that JSI I have provided partition key as well as sort key. So when I use query using this JSI index, the cursor goes to title, that is a partition key, and then sorts the results according to your criteria. And you can use sort key with different operations like equal to, less than, greater than, or range. This is why we use global secondary index. So suppose we are having a partition key of primary index on ISBN, and we want to get query or run a query with title, that is with title this, or publish date between some dates. So we don't want to use a scan because scan is very expensive operation, and we cannot use publish date because this is not a primary key. So to get another primary key and sort key, we have to use global secondary index, and this is the main reason of existence of GSI in DynamoDB. Then another main operation in DynamoDB is getItem. GetItem is getting a single item. So if we are using GSI or global secondary index, there is no uniqueness from partition key and sort key of GSI. So clearly we cannot use GSI for getItem operations. So getItem operations, we have to provide a partition key from primary index, and if we are using sort key, then also a sort key, because keep in mind that getItem only gives you a single item, And to locate that a single item from whole database table, we have to provide partition key and sort key both to get to that specific item. This is very fast operation. Even if your database is petabytes, it will provide a result in specific milliseconds. So this is the beauty of DynamoDB. AWS started DynamoDB because they found that when we run queries, most of the queries, that is 70% of queries, are single item queries. And that is the main reason they have developed DynamoDB to reduce the cost from Oracle or some other expensive proprietary databases. And AWS is very successful to get to these things. And DynamoDB is very fast with some millisecond operations. And getItem is the main query run in DynamoDB. That is the basic query, and this is very useful for getting fast results. So in case of getItem, we have to provide partition key and sort key if sort key is defined, so that there is a uniqueness and our cursor goes to a specific row or specific item within 0 seconds or like some milliseconds, and it returns that item. So this is very fast operation. And in case of when we are doing a query and you need multiple get item, you can use batch get item, where you have to provide a partition key and something about sort key, like some equal to sort key or less than, greater than, between, something about sort key. So it can provide multiple items, but still it is a get item operation run multiple times in DynamoDB. Now I will talk something about projection expression. So projection expression is we are providing a list of columns or attributes so that we get only those specific attributes. In DynamoDB, in background, it collects all the attributes, and when it gives you a particular result set, it provides only a specific set of attributes. So it is like selecting some column, that is select title. We are using only this column. So this is a query, and this can be also used in case of get item or scan. So we have to just select specific columns. That is the operation of projection. Then I will talk about filter expression. It is used to filter the result set. So whenever we run any operation of scan or query, it doesn't apply to get item because as such get item is providing a single item. So when we use scan or query, it gives some result set and we can filter it by some criteria. So it can be applied to both scan and query. Filter expression is provided to filter the results on any attribute. That is, we can see like I want these authors, or I want pages between 60 and 100, something like that. So it can be used on any attribute with all these criteria. And even if the final result set is much smaller, or after filtering you get a single row or single item, you are still charged for whole result set before filtering. It means when DynamoDB cursor in background collects a lot of things, like collect 1000 items, and after filtering it provides you 10 items, still you are charged for 1000 items. So if your result set is very small, don't think in that manner. Think what is DynamoDB doing in background and how much it is collecting before filtering. So when you are trying to get a cost of particular query, remove the filter clause, run the query and see how much that read capacity units are required. So that RCUs will be same even if you are using filter or not using filter. Then using scan with lot of items filtering is a waste of resources. So clearly, if you are scanning say 1,000,000 items and getting only 10 items as a result, still you are paying for that 1000 items scan, and that is a waste of resources. So think of it. Filter is like something you get small, but still you are charged for large items. And so what is alternative for filter expression is use batch get item or query to get small result set with less cost. So when you use query or batch get item, you are charged less because DynamoDB has to do less work in background. So this is the algorithm I found online. I will provide a link from where I took this information. And so this gives algorithm what to use or how to use get item or query or scan, and just go through it. It is very useful. And then provide your queries before filtering and after filtering, and then after some trials you will get to particular query with efficiency and less cost. So thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to get notification of further videos. Thank you.